1930s fire, two cousins rise. Norman with his vision, Bustamante with the cries. One spoke of justice, reform, independence. The other reached the poor with charisma and presence. Manley and Bustamante family yet divided. Their rivalries shaped the land, two parties collided. One orange, one green, colors carved in stone. But where is the unity we can all call home? Two colors tear us.
Hello everyone, thanks for taking the time to view this video. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. It takes a lot to research and create this kind of content for reflection. Let me start by asking a critical question. Do you place priority on your political party color over our black, green and gold? If you do, it is time to change your mindset. Our island is known for rhythm, resilience and cultural pride. But let me tell you another story, one less celebrated, one that still shapes every corner of our society. It is the story of two political colors, green and orange. And these colors are not just about choice, they are about tribalism, about class, about history, and about identity. The seeds of our politics were sown in the late 1930s, during a time of hardship. Workers across the Caribbean rose up against colonial oppression and the deep pain of the Great Depression. Jamaica was no exception. Out of these uprisings came two men, two leaders who were also cousins. Their personal rivalry became our national rivalry. In 1938, Norman Washington Manley founded the People's National Party, or PNP. He was brilliant, Oxford-trained, and surrounded by Jamaica's intellectual elite, lawyers, doctors, teachers, journalists. From the very start, the PNP pushed for universal adult suffrage, constitutional reform, and independence. Later, under Norman's son, Michael Manley, the party openly embraced democratic socialism, promising radical reform for the working class. Then, in 1943, came Alexander Bustamante, a man with charisma, charm, and direct appeal to the masses. He founded the Jamaica Labour Party, the JLP, as the political wing of his Bustamante Industrial Trade Union. Despite its name, the JLP was never a left-wing Labour Party. Instead, it leaned conservative, favouring free markets, small government, and individual responsibility. Bustamante could rouse a crowd like no other. His strength was not just ideology, it was connection. From the start, the cousins' rivalry burned hot. One cousin spoke to the reformist middle class, the other to the rural poor. That tension created not just two parties, but two Jamaicas. Let us look deeper. The PNP and JLP were never only about policy. They were about who you were, where you came from, and who you stood with. The PNP, with Norman Manley's intellectual base, drew support from Kingston's educated class, from urban professionals, and from Jamaicans who believed in reform and justice. The JLP, with Bustamante's union power, won loyalty in rural communities, offering tangible benefits, jobs, handouts, immediate solutions. And then came the symbols: green for the JLP, orange for the PNP, at first just party colors, but soon they became markers of identity, almost like uniforms in a war. Do you remember the first time you noticed how colors divide a community, maybe even your own neighborhood? Did you feel included or excluded? There was even a moment when PNP supporters decorated a mayoral stage and deliberately removed the green from the Jamaican flag because green belonged to the JLP. Think about that. A national symbol reduced to party rivalry. After Jamaica's first election in 1944, both parties began using violence to secure power. Rude boys were paid to fight for turf. Neighborhoods became battlegrounds. By the 1960s and 70s, garrison communities emerged, housing schemes controlled by party loyalty. Tivoli Gardens, built by the JLP, became the most famous. The PNP built their own in response. To live in one of these areas was to be tied to a party for life. Inside the garrisons, dons, gang leaders ruled. they delivered votes. Politicians rewarded them with jobs, money, protection. It was a system of mutual survival where crime and politics merged into one. By the 1970s, Cold War politics pulled Jamaica into an even bigger fight. Michael Manley praised Fidel Castro. The JLP leaned west. And yes, it is documented that the CIA armed JLP vigilantes. Our island became a pawn in a global chess game. By the 1980s, cocaine transformed everything. Gangs no longer needed politicians for funding. Drugs gave them their own wealth, their own weapons, their own independence. Violence continued, but it was no longer only about elections. It was about power. And the roots of it all lay in politics. How do you think history would have been different if the weapons and money had never entered politics? And underneath it all, race and class still mattered. Jamaica's social hierarchy, shaped by slavery and colonialism, kept blackness at the bottom and brownness closer to privilege. Michael Manley, himself a brown man, understood this. To reach black Jamaicans, he carried his rod of correction from Africa and wove Rastafarian language into his speeches. It worked, but it also showed how race and culture were used as tools for power. So where does this leave us? Today, many Jamaicans no longer believe in either party. Polls show that fewer than 26% of people trust the JLP or the PNP to fight corruption. Almost half believe there's no difference between them at all. And voter turnout has collapsed. In 2020, only 38% of Jamaicans went to the polls, the lowest since 1983. But here is the most heartbreaking sign: our youth. 71% of young Jamaicans aged 18 to 24 say they want to migrate. They do not want to stay. They do not want to inherit the tribalism, the garrisons, the corruption. They are walking away from a system their parents fought to sustain. The same political machines that once demanded loyalty now face rejection. And the once proud colors of green and orange? For many young Jamaicans, they are no longer symbols of hope. They are warnings. Can a nation divided by color truly unite under one flag? What will it take for Jamaicans to put black, green, and gold before orange and green? And most importantly, when the next generation looks back, will they see us as the people who broke the cycle of tribalism, or the ones who let it continue? Because if we can rise above it, if we can put Jamaica first, then maybe one day, election day, it will be about unity. And the streets of Kingston will shine not just in green or orange, but in the true colors of Jamaica: black for our struggles, green for our hope, and gold for our wealth.
Two colors tear us down. Green and orange paint the town, but the flag still waves, bold and true. Black, green, and gold, Jamaica for me and you. Jamaica for me and you. Jamaica for me and you. From the 1930s fire to cousins' rights, Norman with his vision, Bustamante with the cries. One spoke of justice, reform, independence. The other reached the poor with charisma and presence. Manley and Bustamante family yet divided. Their rivalries shaped the land, two parties collided. One orange, one green, colors carved in stone. But where is the unity we can all call home? Two colors tear us down. Green and orange paint the town, but the flag still waves, bold and true. Black, green, and gold, Jamaica for me and you. Jamaica for me and you. Jamaica for me and you. Garrison walls, party flags on the street. trust no system. Voter lines grow thin. 70% say they're leaving, but what will the future bring? Young Jamaicans pack bags, dreams in flight, not just for money but escaping the fight.